Why, oh why, are coaches just avoiding most of the sport?
I don't know. You tell me. What are you talking about, firstly?
Well, time to start listening.
Doubles!
Hi, this is Paul from S2T.
Stephen here, hello.
And I am having a rant, and Steve loves it when I rant, so I am going to get something off my chest.
What are we going to call this segment? We should come up with a name. Any suggestions, let us know.
Yeah, because
Frustration Fridays, it's not bad, it doesn't roll off the tongue.
Monday Madness, Tuesday...
Wednesday what?
Wednesday what?
Okay, Paul, let me ask you a question. Why are coaches neglecting 50% of the sport?
Why are you taking that rant off me by asking the question?
Asking you.
Right.
See ya.
Why, just to re-emphasize what you just asked, coaches, have you forgotten that doubles is a huge aspect of the game? Have you forgotten that you could actually incorporate it into your programs and improve your programs, get more players on court, get more fun, get adults involved, get kids involved? Have you forgotten that when you were probably sort of 13, 12, 14 years old, you probably had adults coming to play with you in doubles?
Have you forgotten you could actually make a living in doubles as well, believe it or not?
And now I'll just say the best bit. Are you that narrow-minded and stupid to believe that, oh, well, because by the way, I had this comment. Oh, well, you know, the money, no one really cares about doubles. The money's in singles. We're talking recreation, you moron. Moron. Recreation. Why do you need to think about money when we're talking about people who can only hit 30-mile-an-hour serves? Come on. I'm sick and tired of this. I'm sick and tired. I'm gonna put myself out there. I am a product of the club tennis system. The club tennis system promotes doubles. In the UK, we play far too much doubles. However, we're not like we are here in the UAE, where it is literally zero. And when you try and promote it, coaches are not even in the slightest bit interested. Why? Why do you think that is, Steve?
I don't know. It seems so alien to us being from where we are. I think it's just laziness. I think it's laziness, and I think they're almost afraid of a parent coming up to them and going, why is my child playing doubles? Because let's be honest, they're getting into it to be singles champions. Because they're in their narrow minds, as you've said, they don't think doubles is popular or fun, or you can learn through doubles, or you can have, I've already said fun, haven't I? I'll say fun again.
More fun.
More fun. You can actually enjoy, and it comes down to the participation.
So coming back to that point, I'm going to start again. I'm going to make so many enemies here, but I don't care.
You're going the same colour as your t-shirt, which I like it when his head goes red, because I want to squeak.
Get out. Right, coaches, you don't do a very good job for yourselves when we talk about parents being difficult if you only focus on singles. Because straight away, you're making it so that it's all about the individual. It's about them. It's only them. And that's all they care about. I've had a situation recently where people don't even want to put a team in because it's not serious.
How is
10-year-olds! 10-year-olds! Are you joking?
But even so, it still is serious. Obviously, at an older age, it's a match. Obviously, I know we're coming on the fun side of things, but it's not, I'm playing doubles, I just play willy-nilly. It's still a match, isn't it? I know what you're going to do.
You're going to realise we're not talking about, unless we're talking about the Federers, Nadals, Jules Rosé, Ken Skupskis, people like that, then what? We're talking about recreation.
Yeah.
And everybody under the age of 18, unless they are absolutely superstars, like in the top 100 of the world, are going to need to play doubles. for whatever reason, socially, it improves
You get better.
It
To
improves
practice some volleys.
It helps you work as a team. It helps you problem solve as a team. It teaches you respect. All things that seemingly are going out the window because the coaches, and I'm going to pinpoint a lot of coaches on this
So you
one.
don't names?
I'm not going to name names.
Oh, come on!
Look, you can't.
I'll do it, I don't care.
You can't name names. Okay?
Alright, fence boy.
You're right. You're right. This fence is okay. I'll crush the fence. Don't forget. But you can't stop. You can't look at your programs and think, oh, don't want to do don't want to play doubles. What's the point? Why do they need to play doubles? Well, because in the UAE, just going to use the UAE. Okay. Here's my answer. Because every single person you coach will not be earning money out of tennis in the future. Okay? It's simple as that. And if you're thinking that they are, then you're an idiot. I'm going to say it again. Okay? If they do, great, fantastic. But 99.999999999% of them are not going to be. So play the odds, fools. Play the odds. Open everything. Open every opportunity. Get the kids. Sorry, I get so wound up. Get the kids playing doubles. Get the kids involved in umpiring and things like that. Get the kids involved in your program. Have them help you. I love having youngsters helping me, hitting with other people. Stop being so narrow-minded.
But it's like they're afraid to ask. Do you know what I mean? It's like they don't even want to ask in fear of some weird kind of consequence they're going to get. I don't really... I almost wish I had somebody like yourself. Obviously, as some of you probably know and don't really even care, I tried to become professional in singles, blah, blah, didn't work out. But you know what? If somebody had actually turned around and said, oh, why don't you play doubles and try and do the best doubles players you can, I might have just carried on. Who knows what would happen? I would have done nothing. But I knew Skupskis and blah blah blah. Play with those guys. You just never know.
And
who knows?
Following on from a comment that Courtney came up with, if you want to go to college, if you want to go to university, if you want to do anything club related in the sport, anything club related, okay, you're going to have a strong knowledge of doubles.
Yeah. Well, the college tennis includes doubles. NCA, so the National Club League in the UK. Is 2 singles and a doubles. Look, let's take it one to the highest. Look at the Davis Cup. It's pretty much always decided on that middle Saturday who wins the doubles. Because it's either 1-1 or 2-1, so you've got everything to play for, or you can win.
So why is it going on? Is it parents? Is it coaches? Is it a mixture? You tell me. I'm going to blame the coaches.
Well, I'd say it's more towards the coaches because they should be educating the parents and the players.
100%, because I'll tell you now, anybody who's in my sort of under my wings at the moment, always get told, we're going to play doubles, I want you playing doubles. You and I, ran the only doubles tournament, the recreational doubles tournament in our previous company. And yet there's 3,000 people on the books, okay? We were the only ones that did it. Why? Because no one cares. Why? Because they only think about the singles. Why? Because they're Neanderthal morons. Look, I don't care about how many people I upset. If somebody gets upset about this, right?
That means they know they're wrong.
That means that you know that you're in that category, okay? Now, our job as coaches, as professionals, okay, is to educate, to infuse, to instill passion, okay? I've got a text from one of my parents' mums, right? Who the kid is coming back from moving away from the sport. Found out that I'm no longer where I was, and now wants to come back. Okay, says to me, "Is there any chance he can play a doubles next weekend?" That was the first message. Of course, he's 7 years old.
That's great.
I'll figure out a way to make sure he gets doubles. I cannot, and an orange doubles, by the way, when playing on a full-sided court because he's not good enough, because he can't control a green ball. he can control.
He's 7. Why is he not on yellow balls?
Yellow
Come
balls.
on, obviously.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, no, because that I've figured out, Steve. We're wrong. You and I are wrong. Do you know why? Because if they can hit a ball, then they should be just playing with yellow.
Well, obviously, because they're able to keep their technique. It doesn't put any pressure on their body. Of course, they can play yellow.
I'm going to actually put a 10-pin bowling ball and see if they can hit that. Because seemingly there are coaches out there who think, oh yeah, I'm just going to put them with a green ball, and then they tell their parents, oh, why are they playing with those balls? And I'll put them up to a higher ball. Come on, control the court. It's like squash players.
People don't
you
want
control
to
the tee. It's not a control. It's not even the squash players. You're taught to control the tee. Tennis players move up in accordance with when they can control their court, when the ball is not controlling them. Okay? Watch a few matches. Okay? If you play with a coach feeds the ball pretty much perfectly. Even when the coach is trying to sort of
we all
show,
say it, yeah.
Yeah. Because we feed the ball, we don't miss-hit the ball and things like that. I do.
I definitely do.
Right? But then when it comes to actually sort of playing against other kids, if they can control the court, then they're ready to move forward. If they can't control the court, stay where you are. Just keep on working on the sort of easier techniques, etc., and move up in accordance with time. Stop being idiots and moving people up just because you're scared of the parents saying to you, "Well, I'll take my son to someone else."
I read actually in I haven't read it all. Just read an excerpt of the book. No, it's not right.
Excerpt's good.
Excerpt of Zverev's book. Didn't use the yellow ball till 11.
Get out.
No, didn't use the yellow ball till 11. And then I'll have to find it because it was in Spanish. It got translated, and all it talked about was don't worry about matches, don't worry about things, just focus on the process. And he called it. You have to think almost 18 years ahead. He said, don't care about what you are now. Think about what you are going to be like at 18 years old. Brilliant. Zverev, 21 years old, one of the best players in the world.
That doesn't fill you with the romance. You've got parents who would rather think of Sharapova, who just gave up everything and she never played with an orange or a green ball. She gave up everything. They gave up their lives and they took her to the United States and she won Wimbledon, and they don't want to listen to Zverev, actually, used his comments well.
No one knows about it. Brian Double put it on his Facebook. Former player, now coaching, doing very well. And it's just like, what people don't seem to realise, I think they're living in the past, the dark ages. Like, technology moves on. What we know moves on. Biomechanics moves on. We now know the pressures on your body. It's only coming out in the last couple of years. We know the negatives outweigh the positives of moving up too early. Greatly outweigh the positives. So it's just, again, as a coach, not being lazy and finding out this information. Researching, not just thinking, this is what I did as a kid 20, 30 years ago. If you're thinking about what was going on 20, 30 years ago, if I think about what I did 2 weeks ago, I'm living in the past.
But Steve, another thing that, again, coaches, not even parents, coaches fall back on is this. Most of the coaches from my generation and above, and I'd say from less developed countries, coaches in your generation, okay, so that didn't acquire mini tennis early, like we didn't, not like the French. They look at it and they think, well, I didn't use that. I was always using a yellow ball, and I listen to. I've heard it being said a lot of times, and I listen to that and think, you can play. You're like, you've obviously become a superb player. Mini tennis was never ever for the superstar players. If you're a strong player, and I can talk about Steffi, for example, who we know here. I can talk about even Liam Brody, who was 7 years old and playing in the green finals of the Cheshires. Okay, so yes, okay, we understand that there is one or two.
Yeah,
in every age category, there's like one or two. But mini tennis was created to try and keep the lesser ones, the mortal ones,
lesser abled.
Yeah. and give them opportunities that they previously wouldn't have.
Yeah.
And that's where the coaches don't get it, because they're all advanced players, and so in their heads they're thinking, well, I don't need to, and they don't put themselves in that kind of recreational category. And this is where I feel as if I get so wound up and I get so frustrated, and you know I do, and
really?
I'm sure you respect me actually for it because you know the passion. But I was a hyper competitive player, hyper competitive, okay? And I've been a hyper competitive coach as well. But I can also take myself away from it and look at it and analyze it and think, okay, well, so these guys are great.
A little bit of criticism.
They're playing in tournaments. They're doing this. They're traveling the country. But what are these guys doing? They might want to. They're just not good enough.
Unfortunately, everybody focuses on the
exactly.
Players, yeah.
And coaches. You have to look at the demographics of an average facility, a club, right? If there's 100 kids, don't pay attention right now to the top ones, okay? Look at the 50 to 80 bracket.
The triangle. You got your beginners, intermediates, advanced, super advanced.
What are you doing for them?
Exactly.
Because if the answer's nothing, or if the answer's, well, I'm coaching them once a week, okay? I've been guilty of this, okay? I'm the first to always hold my hand up, right? You do forget the fact that some of these guys might want to do it. A lot of them don't. One of the reasons why they remain recreational is because they're not interested. They just want to do once a week, twice a week, whatever. They don't want to travel and compete, okay? However, there is a bracket there where there are people who want to do some form of competition, but there isn't an opportunity for it. Doubles is the way to actually get them involved. Now,
high participation.
Just imagine that. If we're talking now about the stats, the percentages, okay? 100 if we just go your average 100 players, we already know that the stat is that 93% of them will never play a three-set match in a year, which is a joke, just a joke. And when you look at even who you're coaching, I can look at who I'm coaching right now and know that 90% of them actually played some form of event, okay? Have they played enough? Not in the slightest bit. Am I going to make sure that changes come September? 1,000,000%. And I'm going to keep on doing it. And everybody who knows me and has worked with me knows that this has been something that has been boiling inside of me for so long. I have to try and do something for the also rounds, the second tiers, the third tiers, okay? Please, coaches, just take heed of what I'm saying and just say this. Just look at your client base, look at whether you're in a club or you're an individual coach, private coach, working in compounds and whatnot, or academies here, and look at your client base and think, okay, what percentage of them will play matches? I'm not saying tournaments, I'm just saying matches.
Well, this is what, go.
Okay, matches. Now, you might turn around and say, well, they might not be able to put on, go and organise matches. That's garbage. We already know that, okay? But what are you doing? Are you encouraging that within your programs? Are you suggesting that are you creating a box league maybe and having them play together?
Well, this is the thing, isn't it? When people come into matches, just their only thought is a tournament.
Waiting around for hours.
Just get 6 to 8 of your own players and put them in together. Get a call for 2 hours and get them playing some matches. It doesn't need to be in a tournament with a winner, with prizes, with all of this, whatever. Just get them playing matches. I think that is a big thing where people go extremely wrong. It's like, well, there's no tournaments. Just, you need one call and 2 hours, and you can get through a few matches. Brilliant. What did you just make up? Play some matches.
And it helps with your lesson planning as well.
It helps with your lesson plans. It helps what you need to work on. Then the kids come back to you and they say, I need to work on my form. Fantastic. Again, I love nothing more when somebody comes to me. They've seen something, they've looked at something on YouTube. They thought, my form was good, but it needs to be better. I love feedback. I don't care what feedback it is. Love it. Because it's them thinking about it. And it gives you a confidence. It puts you in an uncomfortable position, which is in life, puts you in uncomfortable positions. It gets you used to feeling a bit of pressure. So then when they maybe do come to a tournament, they're not fazed. Because that's a big problem. They're only playing tournaments, so when it comes, it's all that pressure. If you've got one match, I'm playing the first seed, brilliant. I'll go home. What have they learned from that?
And I'm going to come back, and this will be the end of it, I suppose. I always come back to the word coach's accountability. Okay? And the naive people out there will think financially accountable. No. My accountability as a coach is to make sure that...
Why is they losing their players? Because they might not get the right, win everything 6-love, 6-love.
Yeah, because the way I look at it is, I'm accountable for the development of the child who I work with. If the child is not playing tennis, then I failed. My accountability is 0. I have achieved nothing. If they're coming for my group once a week or twice a week, and that's it, I've failed. I'm failing as a coach. So I'm crap. I'm a garbage coach. Okay? If I can inspire them to want to come and compete, to want to come and join in like team events and tournaments.
It's not even that. Want to come and help out, want to come umpire, want to come pick up balls for people, want to come do the barbecue. It's not even, again, get out of the mindset of just coming to play a tournament. Get them to umpire. Get them to be some ball kids. I know you're big on this.
A certain 17-year-old girl who you know I'm talking about, and even the current 17-year-old girl that's a certain Philippine number 1. Both of them, they inspire me.
Yeah.
They inspire me because they want to be involved.
But that's what I mean with the feedback. It makes you want to go out. What have you seen on? Look at that. Let's try it.
It's
expanding knowledge. Again, like you say, you hit on it. Just not to be so narrow-minded. Use doubles, match plays. Doesn't have to be tournaments. Just use your whole repertoire to get people playing tennis. I mean, as we know, I call them the glory ages. Of when you actually know somebody might become a good player is between 11 to 14 years old.
There we go.
I mean, it's like not 7 years. Zverev said it himself, not 7 years old, not 8 years old. It's what are you going to be at 18 if you have those aspirations. But if you're not going to be world number 1, are you still playing tennis at 18? Are you still competing yet? Are you still having fun at 18?
More often than not, if they're not doing some form of different thing to just coaching once or twice a week, by the time they're 13, they won't be playing it.
Yeah,
it's simple as that. I mean, you might get the odd 1 or 2, but your retention rate will just like that. Anyway,
and send your clients pictures of. I always have Adam. I'll throw Adam Shabara in there, who always watches. So thank you, mate. He's 14. He's always sending me pictures on Instagram. Oh, look at these new shoes. Even just little things like that, which is great because obviously he is following tennis channels, and then obviously he thinks of his coach and he wants to watch your opinion. That's all it is.
Look at Bea. This is Bea with just sending me. She never stops. Sending me pictures of tennis and the results and things like that.
Because they will be on cool things we don't even know about.
I just love it.
Snapchat.
Anyway, right. If you're an academy director, if you're the tennis director, if you're the governing body, these are the kind of things that you need to be looking at. Because if your coaches are not inspiring your kids to do anything other than play on a court, they shouldn't be here. Get rid of them. Let's get rid of them.
I think we need to meet up with our governing body. Because I think we can work together.
I'd love to do that. Omar wants us to.
Omar wants us to. I think obviously there was a recent article saying how there's not enough grassroots here. We know for some various reasons there should be more, but maybe we can instill and work with them to...
Steve, I have to butt in on this one. We actually have got a lot of grassroots going. Okay, and I pride myself on the fact that certainly the development program that I've put in over the last 6 or 7 years. However, there's a very, very big difference between saying that there isn't one and then the governing body not working alongside the academies.
It's got to work both ways.
We need to work as a one entity and not have it so that the academies are feeling alienated. There are 120 odd academies. I can tell you now that of those 120 academies, 20 maximum have a genuine interest in the development of the sport in this country.
Well, the 20 are actual academies.
Yes. The rest are just putting their name on something because they want to earn money because it's an easy way to earn a quick buck. Okay? So please, my door is always open, and my ears are always open, and my mouth is always open. So, right, we need to go because I've got to get to work, you've got to get to work. Thanks very much for listening. Hopefully you like my little rant. If you've got anything you want to say it. Coaches, do you know what? I don't mind admitting it. I'm trying to provoke arguments. Okay, I do genuinely mean what I say, but I'd love coaches to come on. I would love to have somebody sitting here and argue with me.
If you've made it to the end of this video, well done, because that shows you want to make a bit of a difference. Yeah. That's what I would say.
Yeah,
I can guarantee people who don't want to know or sort of see themselves in what we are saying is wrong, they will have turned off. Which is fine, we don't want you. Well, actually we do, because we want you to try and help out to make a bit of a difference, like we are trying to do.
A friend of mine, who's a former colleague and a really great guy, said to me once, he was like, "Oh, we don't all teach like you, Paul." And I turned around to him. I won't name the guy's name, but I said to him, I was like, "I don't want you to teach like me. I want you to teach the way you teach.
Yeah.
But what I do want is I want you to be able to instill passion and enthusiasm. None of your kids ever compete, mate." He's like, "They don't want to." I was like, "They don't want to because you obviously are not promoting it,
or the way you explained it to them."
And he's like, and I swear, I took him about a year and a half of working a similar chord, some next chords to me, but he actually did seem to grow and understand that he actually would get more clients if he was actually interested.
Yeah, it actually helps your business.
It's that interest. It's that showing that interest. You know, I adore all of my kids. We've got a tournament this weekend, Steve, this Friday. I cannot wait to see. Some of them I haven't seen now for 4 or 5 months, and I cannot wait to see these kids.
It's just promoting the sport. That's what we need as a whole. We're all in this together.
To
promote.
Right, gotta go.
Like I say, T-minus 5 days. 5 days till something world exclusive.
World exclusive, but strung too tight.
Bye.
See ya.